third is that she's just a little bit more useful, a little stronger there in her heart of her forehead, maintains a little better turn back through the rear third of her body. You know, I kind of kept looking at this heifer in third because she has so much quality and pattern and balance. The other reason I like her, the young girl showing her does such a good job, and when she can kind of get her put together, you start seeing the pieces in this female, and I think she has a lot of quality and future ahead of her to run with the two cattle ahead of her. She needs to have just a little bit more volume in her rib today for me, but at the same time, I think she'll get it, or at least I hope she gets it long term. She'll be really nice. Female in fourth is stouter. She has a little bit more of that depth and volume, particularly through her rear third. As I studied her a little bit more, I think she's just a little piecier, though, in terms of her balance and how she's built up to her front end. And then the young lady Zephyr that finishes the class, she's really nice. In the big scheme of things, there's some quality, there's some body, some dimension in her. She's not last because she's lacking in those areas. She ends up finishing the class to me, just doesn't have the overall performance, the volume there with her today, but she'll get it time.
He must have been something wrong.
Stay pretty sound for her. Let's give him a good hand.
First call, Class 5, Charlaine's first call.
He's in
Class
between.
5,
Charlaine's
Charlaine's to the
supposed to
Macon
be
Marina. This is your third call,
Okay.
Class 5, Simmentals. Third and final call, Class 5, Simmentals. First call, Class 6, Simmentals. First call, Class 6.
What are you doing? Starting recording? I already am.
And placings in Class 2 over in your purebred Simmental heifer show are as follows. First place, weighing 815, goes into number 16. S&S Maine Foxy's favorite, 3203, exhibited by Delaney Lucy of Glen Easton, West Virginia. And second place in that class, weighing in 916 pounds, goes into number 25. EK About Time to Shine 101L, exhibited by Cecily Clark of Barton, Indiana. And third place in that class goes to entry number 15, weighing 854 pounds, NEJ Miss Remy 44L, exhibited by Morgan Jackson of Kaufman, Texas. And fourth place in that class goes to entry number 21, Wilson's Lucky Lady 277L, exhibited by Mackenzie Stanmiller of Dayton, Pennsylvania. And fifth place in that class goes into number 14, WFSC Hella 31L, exhibited by Tanner Butcher of LaRue, Ohio. And sixth place in that class goes into number 19, exhibited by Katie Legit of Denison, Ohio. And seventh place in that class goes to entry number 13, exhibited by Emma Torrey of Battleground, Indiana. Eighth place in that class goes to number 24, exhibited by Riley Mears of Cleveland, Alabama. And ninth place in that class goes into number 18, exhibited by Blake Miller of Bob Bend, Indiana. And 10th place in that class goes into number 200, exhibited by Kenzie Travis of Brazil, Indiana. And 11th place in that class goes into number 26, exhibited by Cal Tree of Gilson, Illinois. And 12th place in that class goes into number 22, exhibited by Andrew Hartman of Keithrow, Indiana. And 13th place in that class goes into number 23, exhibited by Allie Blair Connor of Bell City, Louisiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. And now entering Class 3 purebred heifers over in your Simmental show. These heifers' date of birth range from March 29th through March 14th, 2023.
Second call, Class 5, Charlotte. Second call, Class 5, Charlotte females to the Macon Marina. This is your first call, Class 6. Charlaine's first call, Class 6. Second call, Class 6, Simmentals. Second call, Class 6, purebred Simmentals. Additional results of your Charlotte show. Your Class 2 winner goes to entry number 10, weighing 661 pounds, boy HL Lila, 344L.
You see how I'm doing it, Grandpa? I've got my camera like enlarged all the way up so I can see him and him only. Try to make it the other showman in the video, but then again, I don't care. I'm mainly focusing on my brother. There's our calf that I showed you guys earlier.
And also your Bred and Owned class winner goes to RKNW Crystal Barbie, exhibited by Billy Williams of Keithville, Louisiana.
Wait, what's Rocky's number? Can you see that?
Fifth place, entry number 5, Billy Williams. Now exhibiting in the Charlotte ring is class number 3.
For her being crazy, she's doing fine.
Third and final call, class 5, Charlotte females. Third and final call, class 5, Charlotte females.
I would like to take this time to introduce our official photographer of this year's show, Lindy's Livestock Photography. She's been taking in-ring and backdrop photos. If you want to find her photos, please go to lindyslivestockphotos.com to find all photos here at the 50th anniversary of the North American. Again, if you want to find photos here, the backdrop and ring shots, go to lindyslivestockphotos.com to find all pictures here at the North American.
You got laugh? What place did you get? Was he done? No, he's walking out of the ring. I got him. At least he didn't get laughed.
Another really outstanding class of Marchhorn females, and the female that went to class, much like our class winner in the previous one, pretty dominating when she hits the ring. Heifer that's very commanding in terms of her presence, dominating in terms of her volume and her substance, but she still hangs on to me to be the best balance, the most eye-appealing heifer with all that volume that she has, and I particularly appreciate her joint quality, the set of her hind leg. She's bigger footed down to the ground, particularly from behind. She stays square and better there and how she goes and leads it. Female that is at second just needs a little more time. I see a lot of good in that heifer. She stays strong and good enough in the ground. This heifer will be a handful when they get her kind of pulled together and really present it to a T, because there's a beautiful shape up through her front end, her head, the shape of her neck's good, and then she just absolutely comes back and a great turn of body on the hip that sits in her. There's a lot of things I like about that female quite well. The one in third, a little more modern, we're saying, frame size. She's plenty good size, in my opinion, though, just comparatively to those two heifers ahead of her. Lots of stoutness, lots of rib shape and turn to her. It's just a little distracting for me as you study her over her tail head. I'd like to set that down in her just ever so slightly a little bit better, and she can maybe work up. Here's a heifer that's super long body, very feminine, awesome shape, the head and neck as you study her there. Just a little tight top when she goes, and I'd like to just relax her there in her top line and just in her overall volume and her rib shape, and just give her a little bit more. She's a quality female, and I thought she needed to be up towards the front end of this good class. More performance and wait for day of age, and the young man's heifer coming out next. I like all those things about her. From a balance standpoint, I think she's just a little bit different. How she's built through her hip and her hock, and how you just study her there off the other end. Certainly a good heifer. Young man's heifer in behind him. Real striking, lots of look. He's got her present very good. Pretty sound in the big scheme of things. Just a little flatter for her frame size, personally for me. She just needs to be a little bit more genuine as you get underneath her. 3 females that'll finish out the class, certainly good cattle. Just need a little bit more balance and quality to them. I don't know if the girls' heifers are feeling the best out here today, but 2 good heifers to finish up with that have front-end muscle, just need a little more quality. Give them a good hand.
Back over here on the Simmental side, outstanding class, and here at the top end of this class, we've got some real quality in here. It comes in different shapes and sizes, but I think when we sit back and we look at these top 3 heifers we've got pulled out here, they're all very useful. And I guess for me, this heifer that's going to win the class, it'd be extremely hard when she come in the ring. No, she's not the biggest one out here. She's one of the younger ones in this class. You know, maybe we'd like to see a little more size to her compared to the rest of them, but I think for a large, realistically, she's still very good size. It's her quality, though, for me that gets her to the top of this class. We want to talk about cattle that have presence, cattle that's neck, time, and high there, and give you an awesome look up front. But not only that, she's one that's tremendous in terms of the shape she has to her rib cage. Just paints a beautiful silhouette when we get her marked. For me, it's when we get her out on the go, this one really rises to the top. She's so laid back in the angle to her knee. She's so good in her hop and the way she uses it on down to the ground in her pasterns. Just the quality of this female is outstanding. One that's got a bright future in my mind. This heifer in second, the short-tailed heifer, she's one, the longer you study her, the more I like her. Another one that is just extremely good in the way she handles her hawk, her pasterns on down to the ground. She's one that's so maternal in her look. She's really beautiful about her head and her neck, the way she ties in there, the one of her shoulders, tremendous in terms of her rib cage, extremely square out that hip. For me, I maybe like to see her get out and reach a little more, but a little more length of stride and the way she handles her shoulder and her front too, but that's being extremely picky on one that just looks like a little cow out here. Tremendous female there. This one in third, she's the power heifer in this class. Now, there's a lot to this girl in terms of her width, her dimension, her rib shape. She's big-footed, big bone. You know, for me, where I like to change this one, she doesn't handle those rear 2 pasterns quite as good. She wants to get a little more rigid there. I'd like to shorten her head up a little and maybe just tone her down a little bit for one at this stage of the game in terms of her size, the conditions she's bringing us. But there's no doubt that's a very powerful female to go third. The one that comes fourth is a lot like her in terms of added size and length. This blaze-faced female, tremendously long-fronted, tremendously long-bodied. And I'm a guy that always likes long cattle. I believe you get a lot of weight out of length in these cattle. This one's got it. For me, we just got to change her in the way she handles her feet and legs. She wants to get tighter and straighter about her hop. She wants to get just a little rounder out her hip there. We could square her up and just give her more flexibility there. I think this female maybe moves up a spot or 2. Tremendous female though. Red heifer that comes next. This one colors extremely neat. That red on her head, that's pretty unique, young man. She's got a heifer there that does have a beautiful head. She's small neck. She's really refined up front. She too's got some added length to her. For me, I like to set her tail head down at her just a little bit. See this one get out maybe on just a little bigger foot. I think if her foot was a little bigger and more ideally designed there on those rear 2, she would plant just a little softer and easier in the way she handles her hind leg. But that's a really good heifer you've got there, young man, in this extremely competitive class. From there, we'll move to another one that maybe is not carrying quite the bark and the condition of some of these others. But he's brought us one here that's extremely maternal in her look. She's tremendously long-bodied. She's one that gets out and takes a big long stride off those rear 2. For me, we just need to relax her some in the way she handles her spine. She wants to get up in the center of her back there. If we can relax her there, elevate those pins, and just see her get out a little more comfortably. I think that's where we'd like to change this one the most. There's still a lot of quality in that female. This white-legged heifer to me is one that's extremely unique. She's just chock full of power. She's got a big stout hip in her. There's a lot of shape to this girl, and she still gives you a really awesome look when you get her parked there. She's maybe, with that added power, just a little coarser in the way she's put together. I'd like to refine her, smoothen her up, square her up out her hip some. She gets out on the go, and she takes a long stride, but she's got a little more set to her hocks than maybe what I'd like to see when we get her out on the go. But one that's pretty unique, and I think that one's going to be fun to breed on down the road. Probably go some different directions with her. We're going to things off here with a pair of heifers that are sure long and extended. Females that maybe just need to be a little bigger footed, a little bigger boned when you compare them to the rest of the class. I'd just like to soften these 2 up a little bit too in that regard. But awesome class here in these purebred Seminoles.
I know gentlemen,
Third and final call, Class 6, Charolais, third and final, Charolais
I'm
females.
gonna listen in for the results, so you hear results.
Results in Class 3, your junior Charolais show, first place goes to entry number 13.
All right, we're just gonna stay around till results come through Class 3 Scimitals, so just stand by.
In second place, entry number 15, and also your bred and other class winner, weighing 119 pounds, RCM Blue Pearls 9002, exhibited by Ellis Davis of Hillsboro, Ohio. In third place, entry number 12, weighing 711 pounds, TCC Angelina 45L, exhibited by Justin Teets of Lost River, West Virginia. In fourth place, entry number 800, Karen Brooks. Fifth place, entry number 19, Kix Lee. In sixth place, entry number 16, Logan James. Seventh place, entry number 17, Sarah Karen. Eighth place, entry number 20, Sage Rebel. And ninth place, entry number 14, Tatum Green.
And placing in Class 3 over in your purebred heifers over in your Senegal show are as follows. First place, weighing 690 pounds, goes into number 28, RCC Tell Me Like It Is, exhibited by Avery of Portland, Illinois. And second place in that class goes to number 30.
I'll be on in a minute, Grandpa. I'm listening to the results. Alright guys, that'll be it for today's videos. I'll upload them shortly. Peace out.